So tonight we shall hear from representatives of the Tropicana Merchants Association, of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce in Silicon Valley, of Somos Mayfair and Siren, of PAC, specifically of Most Holy Trinity, and of the Rasa Roundtable. We'll get started this evening. We'll start off with an introduction. We'll ask the candidates to be able to take 2 minutes so that they may give you some insights about them personally and about their concerns. 2 minutes is not a lot of time.
Buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Aaron Resenedz. Primero quisiera darle las gracias a las personas que organizaron este evento. A Dennis Fong, que no está aquí presente, pero fue uno de los que facilitó todo esto. Somos Mayfair, la Story Road Business Association, Tropicana Business Association, y también a la Cámara de Comercio Hispana Silicon Valley de Dennis King. Y todas las personas detrás de esto que ayudaron a organizar este hall, muchísimas gracias. Lucy and I have raised our family here in San Jose for the last 16 years. Responding to the many needs of the neighborhood, I have worked very hard in different roles in the community. I've been a Teamster for 30 years. I've been a small business owner, and I have held position of leadership in our community. Our community has suffered a lot. Now it's time for change, and it's time for economic growth and peace in our neighborhood. It is time to offer individuals, the small business and the big business, equal treatment at City Hall, and increase the economy and create jobs in this small business on District 5. It is time to bring peace to our neighborhoods, so our children can play again together and have, instead of exchanging gunfire. It is time for our children to have education and deserve our dreams they deserve. Those are the reasons I'm running for San Jose City Council. I'm looking for your support, your endorsement, and contribution to my campaign. Together, we will rise to the challenge. Thank you.
My name is Jenny. I'm here on behalf of Dennis, and this is Jose Mendoza. Unfortunately, under the leadership of Nora Campos, during 2001 to 2006, she spent about $5 million at the Story and King to eliminate those small businesses. Now, the RDA failed in doing that at Tropicana, but unfortunately businesses like Yolanda, Meat Market have been permanently eliminated. And now the Target and the Walgreens, the large corporate tenants of the new plaza, received subsidies to move into the center at the expense of local businesses. What is the next council person, what are you as the candidate going to do to balance the wealth distribution of public money to help small neighborhood businesses?
One of the things that I am passionate about our community is the involvement. So I was involved in the things that happened in Tropicana back in 2004, 2005. One of the reasons that, many times we make mistakes is for lack of understanding, is to myself, was lack of English. English is my second language. I didn't know what eminent domain was till eminent domain came into Tropicana. Once I knew what eminent domain was, I made a mistake from the community perspective, throwing that into the small business. Now that I have my small business, I do have a lot of respect for a small business, because I've been there. And it's frustrating when a small business have the city trying to get the eminent domain into their properties and give it to the big developer. So I saw those issues myself as a community leader, and I regret for the things that I didn't do right, for the lack of education or understanding of the situation. But now that I do understand, I'd like to not only help to grow a small business. District 5, it was one of the districts, the most small business throughout the city of San Jose. And then we have to create a better economy. We have to help all these small businesses, not only here in Tropicana, all the way to White Road, all the way to Stony Road, Allen Rock, and as well as King Road. Thank you, and I'm here to help the small business.
Thank you. Our next question comes from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Silicon Valley, represented by the chair of the board, James Duran. James.
San Jose paid $4.2 million for the corner of Tropicana and gave it to the developer for approximately $800,000 net. Yet the developer, Imwali, has already put the buildings up for sale for $8 million even before BA and other tenants open up. The developer will probably realize a profit of $5 million for the short time it took him to build the buildings. Both these wealthy developers will take the money out of District 5 and our community. What will you do as council members to prevent the outflow of capital to developers who do not live in our community? Thank you.
Thank you, Senor Duran, for your question. Again, I will go back to my involvement. Yes, you are right. In those numbers, I saw it myself. I went to the city hall to redevelopment, and when I saw the sale of the property of Target was close to $50 million profit. It wasn't 20. You know, if we are exchanging that money and the money spent on lawsuits and all the trouble that we have compared to the tax dollars, you know, we cannot do that. And we can't do them in domain on a small business and just pass it along to a developer. I think that's not right. And we all will fight for that. Another thing that I want to mention on this question, you know, 60% of the tax revenue from San Jose comes from East San Jose to the city of San Jose. So we are making tax dollars in San Jose. You know, we don't have to make this kind of deals with developers and have the big money. You know, myself, for example, you know, in our campaign, you know, we don't have those big donations from developers. That's fine, but you know, having those deals for me should be more open to the public, more sunshine on those deals when it comes to City Hall. Thank you.
Questions for the candidates are, what have you done in the past to earn the trust of immigrants? And as a city council member, how will you concretely improve the lives of immigrants, including those that don't yet have the right to vote?
Thanks for that question, Jaime. What you have done in the past? You know, most of you know me, those of you that know me, you know, what I have done in the past for immigrants. I'm just go back to 1930, when my grandparents were deported to Mexico when my father was 5 years old. That was unjust. And what is happening today in 2009, 2010 is injustice for those immigrants. Those are the neighbors that live in the side of our house. And we're gonna help them, but you know, say that publicly. Not just behind closed doors, not just behind, you know, with family. Let's do something. What I have done, the year 2008, we had an issue with police on a racial profile. And we said something. We were walking on the street and we got in trouble where my wife was given that 148 resisting arrest, which she didn't know, just because we were helping a woman, single woman, immigrant. Her car was impounded. My wife was cited for 148. We fought this in court. And if that problem arises again in our eyes, we'll do the same thing again. I'm a person that when I see injustice, I just cannot look the other way. If I become elected as a city council, I will not look the other way. I assure you that, not only for the people that vote, for also the people that live in our community, those children, citizens that are left behind when one of those parents is not only deported, the things that I have seen when the cars are impounded, those houses from our community. We have to look at that. Thank you.